Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I am Nicole Danielle. I am a homeschool mama of 3 boys. One is off to college, and I have a 10th grader and a 5th grader at home this next year. Also, our family is whole Bible observant, however you want to dub us. We believe in Genesis to Revelation. So I decided to go ahead and record a day in the life for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I'll probably never do it again. It was fun and definitely an experience to be had. Definitely an experiment to do. It was so fun. And yeah, I just take you on a day with me. Chicken chores, gardening, Bible content, meetings, and all of the things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Looking for something new, not sure what, hope to find it soon. Not trying to complain, but I could use a change. I've risked it all, I played it safe, and it don't matter, the outcome stays the same. Nothing lost, nothing gained, I could just use a change. A little up, a little down, a little lost, a little found, a little hope, a little doubt. And I may be wrong, but I wanna believe the change is somewhere in between. Drunk at a bar, or singing in church, I've walked away from both, feeling worse, disappointed and ashamed. Man, I could use a change. And every day, there's someone new who's trying to sell me their version of truth. And I don't buy a word they say, but I could use a change. A little up, a little down, a little lost, a little found, a little hope, a little doubt. And I may be wrong, but I wanna believe the change is somewhere in between. Maybe this too shall pass, but I'm losing interest fast. Oh, give me something that lasts, and it'll be clear one day, I'm sure, exactly what I've been looking for. So I won't be there today, I could still use a change. A little up, a little down, a little lost, a little found, a little hope, a little doubt, a little in, a little out, a little love, a little hate, a little fear, a little faith, a little give, a little take. Well, I may be wrong, but I wanna believe the change is somewhere in between. The change is somewhere in between.
I just want to say, in the spirit of all honesty, I am not the bed maker in our family. My husband usually does it. I would say I probably do it like 5% of the time, but it makes me happy when it's finished. And he didn't get to it this morning, and he just does it to bless me because he knows it, like, it just blesses my heart when our room is tidy. So I just felt like being super honest right then and there.
This world, it's so unkind. One day you're king, the next you're crucified. What good is truth without love? What good are we if just flesh and blood? This world, it's so cruel. You think you won the game and they've gone and changed the rules. But maybe I'm just a fool to believe there's something beautiful inside of you and me.
I just want to pause right here and say how very annoyed I am by technology, and how very extremely thankful I am for the technology that I do have. How do those two go side by side? I don't know. But this video that I am trying to upload is, it's just, my computer is too small. If you have a Mac, I do apologize. Again, blessings and curses, right? I don't think you can have one without the other. The Mac is like, love it. Goes with my Apple products perfectly, but why am I an Apple product girl? I don't know. Should I be? I don't know. It seems gimmicky. You know, like, it just doesn't all work together. I mean, it works together, but it doesn't work outside. It's like its own little, like, cult, private club. Nobody can get in, and nobody can go out. I've tried uploading this video. No, I'm not even uploading it. I'm trying to make it a video, compress it, and make it one big file to upload it into YouTube. And it has stopped 3 times. That is all. We're gonna move on with our day.
Let this flame in me die, so I can light the world up, one spark at a time.
It's not bad. Now there's probably some milk left in here. I need to get better at the cream separating before I start making butter or something. She doesn't ever want the bottles back, so I don't feel bad about busting a hole in it. And then, yeah. And then we can turn that into whipped cream or coffee creamer, whatever. So there's that, and then this is what's left for our milk. You guys want to watch me make a giant mess? Because I'm about to. I'm sorry about that. So look, there's like slime from our water supply that I have to scrub off. There you go. Berkey filters. Sorry, I'll try that angle. Yeah. How often do you clean your Berkey filters? I have, we don't have great water here where we're at. And it feels like it's every couple of months where I'm scrubbing it off. And I've heard that you're supposed to use like a Brillo pad would be really good. And you scratch off all the dark and then you are left with just a fresh filter. And I'm just making sure that it's clean. Probably need to buy new ones of these. They start getting twisted, kind of bent out of shape. Some thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my ear too so you guys can hear me better. Okay. I wanted to paint my nails for a lot of days and I can't find the time to do it. And I don't have the time right now to do it. So there's that. Couple things. People that vlog daily, props to you. What do you think? I think it'll be gone tomorrow. That's what I think. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm just gonna pretend like you guys are my best friends on the cell phone. And it's a one-sided conversation, which is super weird because I am not a talker. So this is super awkward. I'm more of a listener. I wish I could just listen to you guys talking. And then I could just be like, yep, It's honestly been 2 hours since I said, hey, my laptop is whatever, and it's still being whatever. It's really aggravating. So I just sat down and did my Bible. reading through 1 Corinthians right now. Paul. Oh, Paul. It's so wild to me how, like, let's get into some spiritual abuse here. Some church spiritual abuse when it comes to the church telling women that they are not allowed to leave their spouses, and they come to passages like the ones that I read today. Let's go ahead and just open it up, shall we? Go ahead and just open it up while my nail dries. It's in 1 Corinthians. And it was wild, and you just saw me reading it. And if you saw me making faces, that's probably why. Paul frustrates me a lot. I do love his letters. I really do. I have gone through a phase where I was ready to completely delete Paul. There was a time where I hated Paul. I hated him. Hate's a strong word. But I was ready to throw him away. I was ready to rip every single one of his letters out of my Bible and say, look, I have a Bible and it's not confusing anymore. And everything from Genesis to Revelation matches up completely. Oh, I was supposed to be finding his letters, wasn't I? And then I didn't do that and grew a little bit more and prayed a little bit more. And really did, the last time I read through it, I really did fall back in love with the entire New Testament as a whole. But, so, chapter 7, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, it's literally just, it's his brain, it's his thought. He's all like, I say, but I, not the Lord. It is my opinion. It literally all of chapter 7, and it's his opinion. It's not God. God tells us what marriage stuff in the Old Testament. And God divorced Israel. Yes, God hates divorce, but he did it. It's allowed. And so you get these unknowledgeable people telling these hurting men or women or both, these abused spouses, that they can't leave their spouse because it's unbiblical and God would hate that. And they're going to be adulterers for the rest of their life if they leave their husbands. And I'm like, it's wild to me. God's law permits divorce. Torah permits divorce. Okay? Chapter 7 of 1 Corinthians is Paul's opinion. And he actually says it. He says it. I say, my opinion, not God. And at the end of it, very end of it, I wrote a note. End Paul's opinions on marriage and singleness. Period. It's wild to me. I would just like to finish this wild thought with, when you're reading anything that Paul wrote, remember Peter's warnings that he is confusing and that some people will confuse him. Paul is hard to understand. But when you do open up one of Paul's letters, go to the very first chapter of that letter and see who he's talking to, and look up historically what they were dealing with. So in Corinthians, historically, Corinth was steeped in paganism, idolatry, syncretism. This was not his first letter he wrote to Corinth. Not the first one he wrote to Corinth. That is 1 Corinthians 5:9. And this letter is in reply to another letter that they had written him. And we don't have that letter. We don't have the first letter. We don't have their reply. This is what we get. We can't read it. 4 years has passed since he has formed this church, and they are dealing with a lot of junk. They're dealing with a lot of sin, sexual sin, idolatry coming in. just be careful the way you... So when you're reading Paul's letters, just be careful and remember what God says, okay? Read everybody else before you read Paul, because Paul is confusing and vague and a master wordsmith and a master Torah teacher. He had that thing memorized, and he is so smart. That's all I had to say. I'm gonna finish painting my nails.
Looking for something new, not sure what, hope to find it soon. Not trying to complain, but I could use a change. I've risked it all, I played it safe.
What is this?
Schedule.
Ew.
Yeah.
You have a 9 a.m. class.
I have an 8 a.m. class.
Ew, you do have an 8 a.m. class.
A little hope, a little doubt, and I may be wrong, but I wanna believe. The change is somewhere in between. Drunk at a bar, we're singing in church.
Okay, so this is our bathroom wall. It's our bedroom wall going into the bathroom. And there's a very shiny spot in the paint job. That's super interesting, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. So I'm trying to figure out what to do on this wall. I don't know if the bookcase is gonna stay. That's our bookcase. TV. That bookcase could go away. It ended up actually there just a few days ago. So I want to know what I can do here to decorate this wall. It's kind of empty, and typically that barn door is open. So it's got to be something. I was thinking maybe a huge picture of Jared and I right here, maybe in a black and white. That's kind of my thing. And then I'm gonna go open the door and show you right there, but maybe like kid pictures. Hold on, be right back. All right, so that's typically how it's open. Typically, you can see the shower. Nothing's finished yet. You can see our concrete over here, you know, nothing's done. That's okay. We'll eventually get it all trimmed out. The top of this wall is gonna be trimmed out as well. It's completely open through the bathroom because we're gonna do the wood designs. I don't know, molding. We're doing squares up there, like 4-foot squares. So anyway, so that's what it looks like. So there's plenty of space with the door open to do pictures. Just let me know what you think. Give me some ideas.
Just a little foul, a little hope, a little doubt, a little in, a little out, a little love, a little hate, a little fear, a little faith, a little give, a little take. Well, I may be wrong, but I wanna believe. The change is somewhere in between. The change is somewhere in between.
All right, nighttime chores are done. A storm is brewing. That was kind of a little sketchy. My chickens were acting really stupid. So at night I do water, feed, collect eggs. Today's egg haul was super weak. I wonder if they're hiding them again from me. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna go. The baby and its mommy is locked up. The teenagers are locked up. Y'all look. That looks nasty. Behind me. Woo! Y'all probably got nauseous just then, didn't you? Mubby. Everything is locked up. Well, the little ones are locked up. The adults, there's 40 of them, and I'm not playing that game. I'll go out in the rain and lock them up if I need to. So they'll go to bed at dark. They know how to go to bed all by themselves. They have been trained since we owned them. My cat wants in. She knows the storm's coming. She's no dummy.